This is the motor to my drill press. It has not been run today. The thermal shutoff just came off, and I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of smoke coming out of here, and I kind of smell that burnt electric motor ozone smell, along with something that isn't quite ozone, but really something smells like it's burning. The only thing I can gather, I'm not an expert on motors, that some of the windings in here might be starting to short out. Apparently it cooled off enough to kick on. So I think it's time to replace the motor. I don't know if this is rebuildable. And it only ran for about 30 seconds. This is not conducive to having a great useful drill press in your shop. So it says here 1/3 of a horsepower, 1725 RPM. Of course here in America it's 60 Hertz. And the type is a type 48. And this is a furnace duty. This is a belt drive furnace motor. Again, 1/3 horsepower, 1725 RPM, continuous duty, which is a nice thing about furnace motors. And it says bearings are ball bearings. Frame size, this says 56Z. I hope that's the same. We'll find out. And here are the two motors next to each other, and for all intents and purposes they look very much the same. The new one is sitting perhaps a little taller, but they're the same width and the shaft is the same. I think I got lucky. The 56 frame, you can see they're lined up here, and if I go over here, the style 56 frame is a little wider than the original, and this is actually going to serve me very well. This is the back of my drill press. The original type 48 frame, the holes in the frame didn't quite line up with the holes in the drill press, so a previous owner had constructed this adapter plate. There's a lower one and an upper one that also holds the switch, and the type 48 fits on that one. This 56 frame, however, looks like it's going to bolt right up, and that is good news. I just need to find a different way to mount the switch. So I decided to mount the switch a little bit differently. I made this L bracket here out of a piece of aluminum. I didn't show it. Aluminum's soft, it's easy to drill and to mill. And I just bent it over with a hammer in my vise. You can see the stress cracks there, but it's plenty strong. But I have this power cord that I salvaged off of a sump pump, and I think that'll be fine for this application. And I wanted to get a 3-prong plug. Since this is a grounded unit, it would make sense. So here's the cord going into the motor. I took the time to put some crib connectors on the ends. I haven't hooked these two up yet, and I did hook up the ground. With the motor comes a simple diagram on how to wire it. Basically, if I read it correctly, it comes wired for clockwise rotation, which is what I want. And I just need to hook up the line voltage to 1 and 4. And there are the wires hooked up. I think it's electrically sound. The electrical cord I'm using has a braided wire, so I used crimp connectors to connect it to the switch. And it's all wired in there, and I have a ground wire connecting it all together. And the motor housing is grounded to the cradle through that additional wire. And it's plugged in, and if I flip it on, beautiful. So here it is fully assembled. I did manage to ground the box to the ground wire, so the frame of the drill press is grounded through the box and through the motor, so that's a good thing. These are 5/16 inch stainless steel bolts. And here it is fully assembled. I'll have to get used to the fact that the switch has been pulled forward. It used to be mounted back here in the plane of the motor mount. So thanks for stopping by my shop, and look forward to seeing all you guys on the next one.